On Natsino Island, 6,000 people were abandoned without food. Within weeks, mass cannibalism broke out as starving prisoners began hunting each other to survive. Prisoners tattooed Lenin's portrait on their chests, believing guards wouldn't shoot at the leader's image. They were wrong. Executioners simply shot them in the back of the head. From 1935, the death penalty in the USSR applied to children as young as 12, even for minor thefts or being children of enemies of the people. On Arctic coasts, abandoned lighthouses powered by strontium still stand. They are so radioactive that entering without protection means death within minutes. Western music was banned, so fans pressed illegal copies onto old X-ray films. These unique records were darkly nicknamed Music on Bones. Thousands of disabled veterans without limbs, called samovars, were forcibly moved to Valam Island so they wouldn't spoil the propaganda of socialist success. The KGB ran Secret Laboratory 12, testing odorless poisons on prisoners. They were hidden in meals to see which killed most effectively without leaving a trace. There were dozens of secret closed cities not found on any maps. Residents couldn't leave, and their addresses were merely post office box numbers. During crises, vodka was a more stable currency than the ruble. A bottle of alcohol could pay for any service, car repairs, or even medicine. The average woman in the USSR had 7 to 10 abortions. Modern contraception was virtually non-existent, and termination was the only free birth control method. Victims of Stalin's purges were airbrushed out of official photos. People who fell from favor literally vanished from history and collective memory. Until the 1970s, collective farm workers had no passports. They couldn't leave their villages without permission, making them de facto slaves of the state. Biologist Ilya Ivanov tried to create a human-ape hybrid. Stalin funded these experiments, dreaming of an army of inhumanly strong and obedient soldiers. Surgeon Vladimir Demikov created two-headed dogs by grafting puppy heads onto adult dogs. These gruesome creatures lived for several days, reacting to their surroundings. The dead hand system can still automatically launch nuclear missiles if it detects an attack, even if the entire leadership has already been killed. The Gates of Hell is a gas crater ignited by engineers in 1971. They thought the gas would burn out in days, but it has burned continuously for over 50 years. Lake Karachay was a dumping ground for nuclear waste. It became so toxic that standing on its shore for 1 hour provided a lethal dose of radiation. During the drilling of the Kola borehole, a legend was born that scientists broke through to hell. At 12 kilometers deep, they allegedly recorded screams of damned souls. The 1957 Kishtim disaster was the third most serious nuclear accident in history. Soviet authorities managed to hide this tragedy from the world for over 30 years. The lost cosmonauts theory suggests people were sent to space before Gagarin. Many allegedly burned up in the atmosphere or drift in space as frozen corpses. The Kolyma Highway, known as the Road of Bones, hides the remains of thousands of prisoners. The dead were buried directly in the road's foundations. Due to irrigation blunders for cotton fields, the Soviets caused the Aral Sea to dry up. What was once a massive lake is now a toxic desert with shipwrecks. During the Great Famine in Ukraine, desperation led to mass cannibalism. People traded human meat while the state brutally confiscated all grain. Pavlik Morozov became a national hero for snitching on his own father. Propaganda taught children that loyalty to the party was more important than family. In besieged Leningrad, famine was so severe that police formed special units to fight cannibals who sold human meat on the black market. Psychiatry was used as a torture tool. Healthy dissidents were locked in hospitals with sluggish schizophrenia and drugged with substances that destroyed their nervous systems. Soviet athletes were drugged with steroids from childhood. In women, this led to drastic changes, making their voices and appearances entirely masculine. A secret Metro 2 network likely exists under Moscow. It connects the Kremlin with command bunkers, designed to help the elite survive a nuclear attack. Sergei Krikalev was forgotten on the space station during the collapse of the USSR. The state that sent him vanished, and he only returned after 311 days. Lenin's body has been preserved in a mausoleum for over a century. Every week, scientists bathe the corpse in chemicals to maintain its unnaturally fresh appearance. Thanks for watching. Visit my profile for more dark facts, and don't forget to subscribe.